There are those that have been asking a lot about exactly what the pipes problems and reading people set is and why I decided to make it. So I thought I might go into those right now. The essentially, well, first of all, we've just been calling it pipes for short. So if you ever see me mention anything to do with pipes that isn't directly to do with pipes, as in the smoking device, because let's face it, being a Sherlockian, that could be something I would more than likely talk about. So yeah, if it's nothing directly to do with pipes, then this is what I'm talking about. Pipes, Problems and Reading People is a 6 DVD set with the eye to make it a continual series. So what the initial 6 DVDs will be, and in my opinion, it should be considered an introductory element to the world of the deductionist, because this rabbit hole can tumble very, very, very deeply. So we created these 6 DVDs in mind to take almost a view that the monographs took. We took it to allow anybody with no background in doing this whatsoever could watch and learn these skills from all 6 DVDs and be able to go out into the world and utilize your deductive capabilities, your deductive skill sets. Okay, so yeah, in my opinion, it should be largely considered to be an introduction to this world. However, introduction could be considered a paradox because the depth that we've gone into with each of these is quite severe. So let me tell you about each in turn. DVD 1 will be focusing on the development of your logical faculties and building the correct mindset for having these skills and how to utilize them appropriately and successfully, but more so accurately. We discuss in depth the training approaches, how to tailor make it to yourself, what does work, what doesn't work. There's in-depth explanations on what deduction is, induction is, abduction is, because by and large those people still crawl out of the woodwork of Sherlock was more of an inductive reasoner, and why I only ever refer to it as the skill of deduction. So there are training programs, practice quizzes, and there are, I will say as well quite early on, there are secret quizzes. Right the way on, you're going to utilize your observational skill set to the fullest. Whatever level you are at in purchasing or, training with this set, whatever level that is, you're going to reap something from paying attention. So yeah, we've got sensory developments, looking and listening at the same time, flash games, reading rooms, training, and how to make it fun, more so than anything as well. Well, not more so, but how exactly to make it fun, because we all know that in the modern age in which we live, most people's attention spans lapse every now and again, because let's face it, we're human. So how to keep these engaging and entertaining, so you're going to learn whole lot faster, because there are more areas of your brain involved. DVD 2 is heavily focused on memory. We're going to go through every technique I've ever looked into or trained or utilized or even dabbled with to a certain degree. So that's right the way through, from linking systems, substitute words, peg systems, journeys, memory palace creation, using logic and mnemonic creations, You, wow, what else is there? There's the memory palace development, as in to the size and detail of homeses. There's the creation of elements on the go, memorizing names and faces, memorizing details about a person instantly, flash memorizing a lot of information, rapid counting. The list goes on and on and on. But more importantly, how to memorize these types of things and make them stick should you need them to. Most people consider the memory palace to be a housing element of permanence, really, that you store information there and come back to it whenever you need it. It should be largely considered to be a halfway house between learning and true memory, because you've only got to deal with something a set amount of times before it becomes something that you just know. So we look into the things of memory that do work, the things of memory that don't work. And if I begin to go off on a tangent here, it is simply because I could. And this was only supposed to be a little insight into what's coming, and we're already hit the 6.5 minute mark, so I'll keep going. DVD 3 is to do with body language and reading the face, and how to successfully decode it. Baseline development, using the non-verbals of the room, how to change them, how to play with them, how to turn them to your advantage. The devil being in the details. DVD 4 is reading scenes, locations, objects. So we look into reading phones, backpacks, watches, jewelry, cars, houses. Gosh, the information and the lists go on and on. But not only this, as each DVD goes, you're utilizing the previous skill sets to successfully complete each test on every DVD before. So take, for example, in the reading scenes, locations and objects, we'll make use of the memory skills you've learned. We'll make use of the logic and mindset development you've learned. We'll make use of the face reading you've learned. Okay? And moving on to DVD 5, which is completely dedicated to lie detection. Lie detection in embellishments, in false reads, fake emotions, disingenuous responses, tension in the room, territorial dominance. The list goes on again, from reading the heartbeat of someone, the signs of anxiety, the fallacies of polygraphs. And DVD 6 we've simply called bonus oddities. We've looked into awkward and niche deductions in terms of reading a beard, or reading glasses, or reading jewelry, or other such elements. We've looked at pen, sound, and elbow reading. Okay, and we've given you a system that I developed to help you practice and deduce people's hobbies and jobs via a couple of yes or no questions about their pets. Also included, if you pop these DVDs into the computer, you're going to get MPEGs to practice. MPEGs is the wrong word, isn't it? What are the sound files called? MP3s, sorry. You're going to MP3s to develop and create your own playlists, to be constantly training, constantly active. You're going to get all the information and flashcards for your memory development, your memory training. And honestly, we couldn't cram any more into 6 DVDs if we tried. I think in total, I'm not sure exactly, let me just say that here and now, but I think in total we're looking at about 25-30 hours plus worth of training over these 6 DVDs. Okay, it will test everything you've developed, from if you've done it before to if you're coming to this right out of the stables. We wanted something that would be engaging for everybody, but also to show you just how useful these skills can actually be in the real world and how transferable they are. So we've shown scenarios of how a mentalist would use it, how somebody in to use the umbrella term, law enforcement might use it, how teachers might use this, how med students might use this. Okay, we've tried to be as thoroughly detailed as possible for an introductory course. It is massive, and I'm so excited for you all to see it. We're planning a July release. Now, I know we're in July at the minute, so I wish we had a more exact date in mind, but it will be out in July, hopefully. If we manage to keep working as we're working, everything's filmed. It's just a case of putting it all together and getting it all ready.